Well, it's that time again. A new Children of the Corn movie has been released, and critics and fans alike are mad. It's not scary at all, they say. What happened to the horrifying Children of the Corn movies of old? I just want to ask them something. When exactly were the Children of the Corn movies scary? Even the very first one has some of the most unintentionally hilarious and cheesy moments. I just don't get it. So yes, they're great, but never scary. So let's take a look at the newest one, the 12th in the series, and a movie that reimagines the very first one. We begin with a troubled young man killing all of the adults in a foster home and locking all the doors. The police send poisonous gas through the vents. This not only kills our culprit, but also all of the kids inside. Our main antagonist, Eden, is the sole survivor because she happened to be outside during the killings.
Seriously? What's with the wig? Today, I am the Red Queen.
The main character is a girl named Bolin, or Bo, who has been accepted to a school in Boston for the fall. This bothers her brother because he thinks that she should stay in their awful farm town.
It's an undergraduate degree in microbiology, all right? It's not an eternity.
It is.
By the way, this isn't Gatlin, Nebraska like the previous films. This is a town called Rylston. The parents in town, led by Bo's dad, decide to sell off the town's cornfields for the land. This means that the corn will all be leveled. This angers Eden and most of the other kids in town, so they hatch a plan of their own.
Stupid kids! Little kids! Voting!
This, of course, entails murdering all of the adults in town. So Eden and her crew of angry 9-year-olds round up all the parents in town and put them in the local jail. Look at those chainsaw-wielding children. Bolin and her teenage friends are terrified at what is going on. One of them tries to stop the kids and gets a baseball bat to the face and dies. Right. Totally believable that this elementary schooler could swing a metal bat hard enough to kill someone.
What is it you intend to do here?
Well, if you really want to know, I hope you can hold your breath better than Timmy Kane, Ava Foster, Lloyd Bowden, or any of my other delinquent friends.
Eden uses the same gas on the parents that killed her friends in the beginning, but for some reason they don't die. They just pass out and wake up in a hole in the cornfield. The kids then bring a bunch of industrial farm equipment and bury the parents alive. Bo is horrified but has to watch helplessly while her mom and the other adults die. Her brother seems to be enjoying it. Bo doesn't see her dad around, so she holds out hope that she can find him. Now, this movie faced a lot of production troubles. Let's talk about some of them. The movie was finished in 2020 but wasn't released until 2023. It would appear that this is because of the COVID pandemic, but that actually didn't affect much since it was funded by an independent production company. They were able to skirt around lockdown rules. So why did it take so long to be released? Well, it actually premiered at a festival in October of 2020, but the audience reaction to it was so bad that the producers decided to wait a little bit. Now, I don't know how true this is, but the rumor is that they attempted to completely re-edit it and move the scenes around to make it more comprehensible. If there's a version of this movie that makes even less sense, sign me up for that. Bo is forced to go along with the evil children and pretend that she supports what they're doing. They're skeptical, so they ask her to prove it. They take one of the adults to a barn in the cornfield, tie her up, and call for He Who Walks to come get her. He Who Walks Behind the Rose is the demon-type monster in this series, but they shortened it to just He Who Walks. That doesn't make any sense. That could mean anything. Anyways, He Who Walks does in fact appear. Would you look at that? He's basically just Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy. Wait, is that a corn cob on his face?
O great corn master, destroy my enemies for me. Please give me a sign. Why do you stay quiet, Lord? I've done everything according to your will. I've eaten nothing but cornbread and creamed corn for 90 days straight. What do you want from me? I was good! I was good!
So Groot Who Walks Behind the Rose drags the woman into the cornfield. Bo tries to save her, proving that she is not on the side of the angry adolescent mob. They attempt to kill her, but she throws gasoline in their faces and escapes. She then finds her dad's body in the corn. Bo has to come up with a plan, and quick. She ends up driving a car that leaks gasoline all through the cornfield. Eden appears in the back seat and threatens to kill Bo with a bolt gun.
Oh. This.
She makes Bo get out of the car and on her knees. Bo asks if she can have a cigarette before she dies, to which Eden obliges. Bo obviously uses the cigarette to light the trail of gas on fire, and the cornfield goes up like a flipped car in a 1980s movie.
No, no, no!
Eden realizes she has failed and goes into the corn with He Who Walks. Alright, so this next scene has a pretty frightening image. If you're sensitive to that sort of thing, or you have kids watching, go ahead and skip to this point of the video. Actually, if kids are watching right now, you're probably a bad parent anyway, so just go ahead and keep them around. But yes, I will give you 3 seconds to skip to this part of the video. 1, 2, 3. Once the dust settles, Bo takes a walk through the ashes of the cornfield. Then this happens.
Don't worry, Bo. Nothing ever really dies in the corn.
Well, I guess she won't be getting that undergraduate degree anytime soon. That was fun. But can we stop taking these movies so seriously? They're silly, the violence is over the top, and the action is ridiculous, but that's what makes them fun. Let's lighten up a little bit. Today we have a special guest. You know him as Homeless Guy, but he's secretly a huge fan of this series. Self-proclaimed Children of the Corn expert, Dr. Frank Corncob.
I'm sorry, can you not call me self-proclaimed Children of the Corn expert? All of my research on Children of the Corn has been peer-reviewed and published in prestigious scholarly journals.
Okay, whatever. So I heard that you were a consultant on this film.
Yeah, they brought me in, asked me a couple questions. They were interested in how to design He Who Walks. They couldn't give him his full name.
Yeah, I know. He Who Walks Behind the Rose.
Right, yeah. My original plan was for each tooth to be its own individual corn kernel, but the graphics department ended up just sticking a giant corn cob in his forehead. Imbeciles.
Yeah, well, that sounds super interesting.
And let me tell you another thing, all these idiots on YouTube just dragging this film for no reason, they're destroying my life. This was supposed to be my big break. I was supposed to be the Children of the Corn consultant, replace that has-been John Sullivan, and it's all blowing up in my face.
Can't you just ignore the critics? I feel like they don't know what they're talking about most of the time anyways.
No, I can't just ignore the critics. All those scores on Rotten Tomatoes, they might as well have taken a bunch of corn cobs and stabbed them right through the heart of my career. My work on this movie was supposed to catapult me into the stratosphere. Now I'm never gonna live in a real house again. Thanks for nothing, online nerds. Ugh.